Thank you very much for this important question to start an interview. So artificial intelligence is something that is talked about, and it's also coming more and more. And at some point it might also be introduced in nuclear facilities. We don't know exactly now, it's not the problem for now. But the government has asked us to nominate a chief artificial intelligence officer. And we provided names to the government, and it was approved. So we have now our HR director is the chief of artificial intelligence. So his role will be to drive the artificial intelligence work at FANR, which means that he has established a governance structure for artificial intelligence. He needs to make sure that we are implementing projects, that we are trained. So this is very important that each management is trained and aligned on AI. What is AI? What can it be? And then he has to develop a strategy. And the strategy will then be presented to the government. And then we will start implementing. And he will also work with other international regulators to make sure we follow the international trends. But as I said already, it's not a very urgent issue in the nuclear installations because they are already built. But we think that in the future, in new nuclear installations and radiation facilities, there will be some introduction of AI. And we will make sure that we ensure safety and security, even if AI is there. That is correct. We support the government in participating in the International Atomic Energy Agency General Conference. We do it every year, and we will do it as well this year. So what we will do is we will meet with various officials from IAEA to discuss the way of the support from them and the support we can give to the IAEA in the area of safety, security, non-proliferation, safeguards, etc. We will also meet with many of our counterparts in other countries, regulators in advanced countries with whom we already have cooperation. We have MOUs with maybe 20 different regulators, and we use all of them in different ways. R&D project, sharing of experience, training, etc. We will discuss that. We will update our existing cooperation framework. And then we will have some participation in side events. So I will, for example, be participating in an event talking about how the UAE is ensuring safety of radiation and nuclear in UAE, because we have a lot of facilities in hospitals for diagnosis and for therapy using radiation, and all these facilities needs licenses and from us, and we do inspections to making sure that the patients are protected as required. We also will discuss the Baraka, how we have licensed Baraka, how we are overseeing the operation of Baraka, and such things, because we are quite advanced, and many countries in the world are now thinking of establishing nuclear programs, and they are looking to us, and we have had many requests from other regulators to meet with us next week so we can share and discuss how is the best way of building a strong nuclear safety infrastructure. So that is correct. So we are now passing from a licensing phase. Licensing means that the approval of the operation of a reactor. We have done that for reactor 1, 2, 3, and now 4. and they have gone into commercial operation, all of the 4. So they are providing now a significant part of the clean energy of the UAE, about 25% of the needs. So it's a significant resource that has been established. So now it's our role to make sure that NAWA is following all requirements and obligations from the nuclear law in our regulations, and we have many different regulations in emergency planning, in environmental protection, in protection of the workers, and in safety and security and non-proliferation. So our role now is to make sure that NAWA is following all these requirements, either from the law or from our own regulations or license conditions that we have issued. So we will certainly play a very important role, and we have people from employed by FANR at the Baraka 24/7, and they supervise the day-to-day safety. They walk inside the plant, they go to the control room, they check work of testing or maintenance of various equipment every day, and they report to our headquarters. And then in addition to that, we send special teams to check special, for example, chemistry program, radiation protection program, how is NAWA implementing them based on the procedures that they have showed us. So that's correct. The government launched some years ago a concept that they call Transformational Projects. These are projects that cannot be implemented by only one entity, like FANR alone. No, these are projects that are important for FANR, but we need the strong collaboration by other entities. So, for example, we have ongoing projects in the medical area to help the practitioners to direct the diagnosis to the correct methods in order to minimize the radiation exposure of patients. We are doing this together with health authorities. We are doing it together with big hospitals, and we have a pilot project now going on to evaluate the new what we call referral guidelines, if they are effective as we think, because we believe that some radiation can be reduced and still maintaining the quality of the medical care. So that is one project that has gone very well. Another is to qualify emergency workers. This is a project that we do with the Ministry of Interior. There are many workers, the police, the civil defense, firefighters, that intervene daily into fires and other things. And in some buildings, there might be radiation sources. And the workers or the firefighters, they need to know what precautions they need to take if there is a radiation source inside the building in fire. So we have, together with the National Qualification Center, established a qualification framework for this. So now we are just approving centers that can give this training to the workers. And we estimate that up to 3,000 people in the UAE will qualify. And then we will have a much stronger and better system for fighting emergencies in the nuclear and radiation thing. Yes, that is in the field of education. We believe that the UAE, or we know that the UAE has a strong manpower need in radiation and in nuclear to operate Baraka safely, to operate the various facilities we have in hospitals. So there is a need to have qualified workforce. So we decided to launch what we call Emirates Nuclear and Radiation Academy. It's a digital platform which includes modules of various topics. So we have modules for what is radiation, how to protect yourself from radiation. What is the nuclear power program of the UAE or in the world? This is important information that everyone needs to know. We are advancing this continuously, and people can register and take these courses for free. And this is a great advantage. It's quite unique internationally, and we are continuing to put effort into making this a success. So the work has started, and we have already in Baraka, for example, a lot of digital technology. So the control room in Baraka is very, very much computerized. So we are used to regulate even advanced technologies. So with more advanced, like AI, artificial intelligence, we will use the similar approach. We will make sure we assess the system, and we assess what will happen if the system doesn't work, if the system fails. We need to always analyze those things, worst case scenarios. And if we think they are safe, we will approve it. So this is one application. Other application is the use of drones, which can be used also by FANR and other organizations to supervise various areas. So there are many, we think that there are many areas coming, but the staff of FANR is already very much aware of all these things, because the young generation is very interested in new technology, and they are very well equipped when they come to FANR, and we give them more training into the application of these technologies in radiation and nuclear. And we also cooperate intensively with other organizations nationally and internationally. Yes, let me start by emphasizing that the UAE is party to the safeguard agreement with the IAEA since many years. It has been also added the additional protocol to the safeguards agreement, which gives IAEA inspectors more freedom to act into the country and us to report more to the IAEA. So we are, I would say, a very good student in the international community. We are implementing this program to show the world that this program that we have introduced in the UAE is peaceful. It is for electricity production, nothing else. So this is the number one. This means also that we have developed a very strong group inside FANR of expertise, mainly UAE nationals. We have been guided by expats, but now the UAE nationals have taken over. So we have a very strong expertise in the house. So with the building up of all these things that I've said, we were ready to assist the IAEA. The IAEA has also expressed its views that UAE is fulfilling all the obligations, and they have something called broader conclusion, which means that we are fulfilling everything. So that's why also they want to use our expertise. So we support IAEA financially, but also through human resources, by participating in training, by inviting for events. We have Safeguards Forum, for example, every 2 years, where we invite also foreign countries to come and learn from how we have done it. And we work through the IAEA with other countries to support them, some African countries, for example, and Asian countries, to give them more skills and knowledge about what is needed in order to fulfill the obligations of the safeguards agreements, which many of them have signed, but it's also important to develop the capabilities inside the regulator or regulatory organizations in the countries.